Production.
What's poppin'? What's happening, my friends? We're looking at Chainlink. Now, this is interesting. Okay, we got some nice price action to the upside here, breaking out of this median resistance, I'd say. So we got support at these levels. We got major resistance right around these levels here. We have 1, 2, 3 touches here. I'm thinking that with the breakout of this middle zone, right? This is probably where, let's look at the volume profile, right? And we'll look at the weekly time frame. Majority of the volume on the weekly time frame, if we zoom out here and look at this, has been around the 770 range. Now let's zoom in here and see. That's perfect right there. If we're looking at this from the charts zoomed into August 2021, but if we look at majority of the price, it's directly at this median price point of $7.18, right, on Chainlink, right? Majority of the volume is in this zone. So what I'm thinking that could allude to is essentially price going towards this resistance of 930. We need to break down this zone. What we want to see in the coming weeks here is we break to the upside, increased bull volume, and we create a higher low in this range, right? In this range here. So we get something that looks potentially like this, where we break to the upside and we develop a base that will break us up to there. That's what we're looking for here. This zone, this massive accumulation area, right? Because in the past few videos I've posted on Link, you'll see that I've been talking about this massive accumulation zone that's going on. It's been happening for several months now, right? This is where you make the bank. Investing in this area. The coin's down from the very highs it made in May. 85% right now, but has made lows of 90%. So think about that. Do you want to be bearish now when we have like pretty much the crypto market starting to pump, tech starting to pump? You don't want that now, man. You don't want to be bearish now. I think now's the time that we're going to see decent price action before we get a consistent move to the upside. Eventually, when this bull market kicks in, I don't know when, usually the altcoin bull market starts a little bit before the like Bitcoin and ETH bull market really gets going. But like we're going to see just a consistent grind eventually where it just doesn't stop going until it hits a major resistance, which could be 32. That might be a little bit too generous, right? It might be that $18 zone. Right, so let's look at that. Why I pointed out the $18 zone. We're looking at the weekly time frame. We have a major point in the chart in 2020. 2 rejections, right? This was our support once, twice, 3 times. We broke below. Resistance. That could be the zone right around this $18 area where we just see consistent moves to the upside, just like this, of after we break out of this major resistance of $9.30, which is a doubler, right? That's a doubler if you think about it. From where it is right now, that's a doubler. We can't, how do I put this, man? We can't be oblivious to what could happen. Of course, it could go lower. But we're traders and investors here. We're not thinking about, oh, is now the time or was last week the perfect time? Like, there's never going to be a perfect time. We manage risk correctly, only invest what you're willing to use, and we invest in cycles of the market where there's more fear than there is euphoria, which is obviously right now. The investing style that I've sort of developed over the past few years is kind of like, I'm more loosey-goosey with it. Like, to be frank, I swing trade on a weekly to monthly basis, which I'm talking about the duration on which I'm holding my trades. And I'm not really putting in stops. The stops are visual for me. Like I buy dips and I sell major resistance areas and I let patterns just develop over time. I pay attention to the cycles of the market. I really hone into like market sentiment. Like I like to think of myself as a contrarian these days when it comes to the markets. When the average person is thinking it's the worst time to invest, that's where I'm trying to invest. That's just me simplifying my trading style. But when I'm trying to apply that to Link through a technical perspective on the charts, right? Now I'm looking at, okay, we have this major euphoria zone. We see this price go ballistic. And then we see this absolute terror horror movie where now everyone's scared shitless to invest in crypto. And now we've been going sideways in between this 920 and $5.60 range for several months since May 2022. And we might see where we might go sideways for a little bit longer, but I'm thinking that almost one full year sideways at the bottom of a zone that was once back in June, like a major area, like we're above a major area that we were in 2019, 2020 June, right? June to July. June 2019 to July 22, this was an area that like we were fighting and then we finally broke out of it. Now we're developing a base above it 3 years later. Come on now, you see what I'm trying to say? Like the market has funny ways of giving us obvious tells. And I think on Chainlink, I think it's right here. It's hard to see for some people because they don't really like technical analysis or looking at the charts, but it's right here. Easy, guys.